You're in your mid-20s, and you feel behind. Behind who? You can't even say exactly. Just everyone. People your age with the house, the title, the relationship that looks effortless. Here's the strange part. That feeling isn't measuring your life. It's measuring 8 billion strangers, their best moments, against your worst Tuesday. And your brain can't tell the difference. So let's be clear. The feeling is real. The deadline is not. Nobody handed you a timeline. House by 26. Promotion by 28. Figured out by 30. You inherited that ranking from somewhere. Once you see where, you can't unsee it. So where did it come from? Start in 1954. A psychologist named Leon Festinger published an idea. It's now one of the most cited in all of psychology. Humans have a built-in drive to evaluate themselves. Am I smart enough? Am I fast enough? Am I doing okay at this whole life thing? And here's the catch. For most of those questions, there is no ruler. No number tells you if your life is on track. So we reach for the next best thing. Other people. We measure ourselves against them. That's not insecurity. It's a feature your brain shipped with. But here's the part nobody talks about. That instinct was calibrated for a much smaller world. For almost all of human history, you lived in a band of a few dozen people. Anthropologists argue about the exact size. You may have heard the number 150, Dunbar's number. The scientists still fight over it. Some say 150, some say closer to 50. The figure doesn't matter, the scale does. Your comparison group was the faces around the fire. 30, 50. The people you saw every single day. In a group that size, you could actually be the best at something. Most people were. Now run that same ancient software. In the year you're living in, you wake up, you reach for your phone, before your feet even hit the floor. And in 10 minutes, your brain meets thousands. A brain built to track 50 faces. The friend who just got engaged. The guy from school who sold his company. The 24-year-old with the paid-off car. The abs. The podcast. Someone is always winning. At the exact thing you feel behind on. And your brain doesn't file them as strangers. It files them as your tribe. Your ranking. Except this fire has 8 billion people around it. And every one of them is showing you their highlight reel. Now you might be thinking, people have always compared themselves. Fair. But the scale changed. The sample changed. Your great-grandmother compared herself to a few hundred people. And she saw their whole lives. The good. The boring. The hard. You compare yourself to millions. And you only see the trophy. Not their Tuesday. Their wedding day. On repeat. Forever. And it does real damage. In 2014, a researcher named Miley Steers published a study. It was called Seeing Everyone Else's Highlight Reels. She found something simple. The more time people spent on Facebook, the more depressive symptoms they reported. And the thing connecting the two was social comparison, not the screen, the comparing. The quiet automatic ranking of your life against everyone else's edited version of theirs. So the feeling of being behind isn't information. It's an ancient instinct. Firing perfectly, pointed at a target it was never built to handle. You don't feel behind because you're failing. You feel behind because of old wiring, a Stone Age comparison instinct, built to size you up against 50 people you knew by name, now running against 8 billion you'll never meet, and it cannot tell the difference. It's not a personal failing, it's a species-level mismatch. Which means the fix isn't trying harder. There's nothing to catch up to. The race has no finish line. Because it doesn't exist. The only real move is to shrink the fire. Pick the handful of people whose lives you actually share. The ones whose Tuesdays you see. Not just their trophies. That's the group your brain was built for. Everyone else is just noise. Noise the size of a planet. So tomorrow morning, you'll reach for your phone. You'll feel that pull again. Behind. Behind. Everyone's ahead. And maybe this time you'll remember what it actually is. Not a verdict. Not a deadline you missed. Just an old instinct doing its job. Aimed at a number it was never meant to count. The feeling is real. The race is fake. And you were never behind. There was never a line to begin with. Your brain runs ancient wiring in a modern world. Wait till you see what it does on your day off. The moment you try to relax, that one's wired in too.